Hi there! Welcome back to another video on my channel. Today we are doing another Halloween makeup video. If you haven't noticed, we got a new addition to the background. I got this at Target and I thought it'd be really good for our spooky themed videos. I have new hair and I just put this on because it feeds into the theme of our Halloween makeup this week, and that is werewolf makeup. Yes, I needed long, luscious hair for werewolf makeup. So if you're interested to see how to turn yourself into a werewolf, just keep on watching. Okay, so as I was saying, yes, I needed long, luscious hair for my werewolf makeup. I got this idea because I actually saw another video thumbnail with it on. It looks really cool, and I was like, oh, I have to do it. So I'm going to be doing that this week. I know somebody last week in the comments requested zombie makeup, and I will do that. I just don't have enough like greens in my current makeup to be able to make that happen right now, unless you want like a completely white ghost face. But that will come in a future video once I get more materials. But since I have a ton of browns in my makeup kit, I figured I'd do the werewolf one first. Again, I will be looking down at my mirror occasionally, so I hope that doesn't bother some of you guys. And you may have noticed I already kind of have makeup on, so this is like the end of the day. I was out running errands and stuff. Let me just pull back the wig hairs so you can see. So I already kind of have like a base and blush and highlight situation going on, and I have a little bit of eyeshadow here. But that's going to be fine because we're just going to be adding on to it with like heavy contours and stuff. So normally in my videos I do a full face, like I put on concealer for you guys, or foundation concealer, the works for you guys. I'm just going to do this video with the technique specifically for contouring and like the more werewolfy features. So this video will be hopefully shorter than videos before. But yeah, you won't need anything too extreme for this. Like whatever you normally do for your base makeup is what you should do. If you are somebody who doesn't normally wear foundation and stuff, I would still recommend putting foundation on before you put this makeup on, because I'm going to be using a lot of eyeshadows and not like Halloween makeup creams. And the shadows will stick to your face better if you already have makeup on. This, again, my videos aren't necessarily for like high cosplay or using like the Halloween creams that you get to do it. You can very well do that and you will get strong pigmentations if you use them. I just don't like using them because they kind of make me break out. A lot of them are really oily and it's not good for my skin, so I tend to use drier products like eyeshadows and stuff that you probably have around the house. Even if you don't wear makeup, somebody you know, if you're living with somebody, will probably have the brown makeups in their house. So you should still be able to do this look if you really want to. So the first thing we're going to do for this makeup look is just do some contouring. I did not contour today. This is my natural cheek. This is just blush and highlight. But we are going to go in. I'm going to go in with this light brown right here first, and then gradually build up my contour and other colors on the face. But I'm going to start with this really basic brown shade and just kind of go over my normal contouring points, and which is basically this little 3 here. So you're going to have this, and you're going to go through the forehead and the temples as well, and kind of take that together. You don't have to get too crazy with the blending actually for this, because we're going to try to do a technique. So this is just getting like a basic brown foundation on before we start adding like brush strokes that look like hair and stuff. So the first step is literally just like contour like you normally would. See, I kind of went kind of heavy there, but that is absolutely fine. That's actually the thicker the better, honestly, in this case. Okay, now we're going to go up to the hairline. I am wearing a wig, so we're just going to put this like this. It's probably better if you're wearing a wig too. It's probably better to do this with your wig cap on before you put the wig on, but we're doing a little bit backwards today. It's still fine. You're still going to get the desired effect. We just want to look a little bit more brown, more fur colored. Again, this will depend on like your natural pigmentation too. So you can see this. I mean, for me, this is like a nice like tan. And honestly, I look divine right now. But I'm kind of going for a color scheme that's similar to this hair. So that's why I'm using these colors, and these are colors that I normally contour with anyway. But again, if you're going for like a different fur pattern or something, like if you want to be like a neon pink werewolf or something, I don't know, if you want to be like that girl or like really creative that way, you can also do that as well. Okay, I'm also doing my nose. So we're gonna do, especially the bottom. Okay, we're gonna do a lot of brown on the nose. I normally don't do this. Normally I do this with like blush, but we're trying to look like a wolf. So see how I overdid it? You're gonna want to overdo it too. And I'm gonna do the sides a little bit. I'm gonna do a lot of like nose contouring with eyeshadows when it comes to my eye makeup too. But we're just gonna like really bronze that nose right now. I know this looks crazy, but trust me, it'll come together. Okay, and now we're also going to go down, and this is really important. We're going to bring that kind of brown down into the neck as well. And we're going to really contour this in. If you watched my last makeup video with, I was doing Ursula, we had a similar thing where we were putting a lot of those darker shadows into our neck as well. See? We're just going to do that down. Now, normally I contoured out my collarbones. And I made them look kind of schmexy where I put the shadows underneath the lines and I had them pop out. Today we're not doing that because we're doing a fur pattern, right? So if we're thinking about fur, it's going to cover our necks and our bodies anyway. So no sexy collarbones today. You can still do it if you want to. If you want to be like, I don't know, a really sexy werewolf. I'm going to say this is going to be a cute werewolf. Like, it's not going to be anything too scary. This is going to be the kind of werewolf you can wear to like a cute costume party or out like for Halloween if you go for drinkies and stuff. But yeah, we're not doing the sexy collarbones for this. We're just going to bring the fur into our skin. Again, I'm in my little bralette and cardigan just because it's easier for me to do shoulder makeup this way, and then you could just wear your outfit like this. If we're going like bare, then you obviously have to cover up more with the brown here. But because I'm not going to do that. But you just take the time to really put the pigment on and get everything in there. So our next step we're going to do is actually we're going to go in with a slightly darker brown. Like, I have a ton of browns you can choose for them. This is just a palette I like. It's like the old gingerbread palette from Too Faced. It's actually really old. Like, do as I say, not as I do. But there is like a slightly darker brown right here. And we're going to go in and we're going to take, it's important to have like a brush like this. Like a little flat brush right here, because we're going to be going in and adding like swiping motion details into our face. If you want to, like, seeing how this goes out, I'm planning on doing this with this shade and one other shade that's pretty dark in here, but there's also some random lighter browns I might use too. And we're going to go in and we're going to do the first stuff before we move on to eyes and eyebrows, because we're also going to really play up those features as well for this look. So I'm just going into this brown. It's still like a reddish brown. And I'm going to go in and kind of make like fur brush strokes like this. You want them to kind of like seem really rough. See? And just like put a few in the areas where we contoured. See, I'm doing some on my chin and you can see it that way, but it's giving a little effect. I'm going to, just because I really want to look more Halloween-y, I'm going to try to pull it up on my chin a little bit like this. See how it's already starting to look kind of like fur? At least in my head. It's like, the thing about makeup is like you don't have to be super precise on the details. It's like kind of like an impressionist painting, right? Like, the goal isn't to look extremely detailed, but it's to get the idea across, right? And that's kind of like what I'm doing, and like that's the kind of style of makeup I like to do. Is it cheating sometimes? Maybe. But like, hello, you're getting the vibe. See, and it's important that we go a little bit of like different directions. Like, we do some cross hatching like we learned in art class. Just because if it blends all this way, it's going to look muddy. See how I kind of messed up there to make it look a little bit more muddy than what it is? Obviously, I'm going to go back in with darker browns and kind of layer that too. So there's like more of a fur effect. But I thought I would just point that out to you guys. Like, you don't want to keep pulling them all in the same direction because they'll eventually bleed into each other like that. You want to do like maybe like little X's every now and then. Something like that. We're going to pull the hair back now. And for this, we're just, I know I said the cross hatching before, we can still do this, but we're going to pull it down into the forehead like that. Try to think like, I know I've seen some makeups do kind of like a widow's peak, or they like, I don't know if you guys know what so like the hairline that kind of has like a little triangle there. That's a very like common hairline. I don't have a widow's peak. I wish I did. I think they're very attractive. But we're just going to pull the fur down further into the forehead as well. This could be a technique to use too for really any like furry animal makeup. Like if you want to be like a cat beyond like the whiskers and the black eyeliner and stuff, you could probably use this for cat makeup as well. And now we're gonna I'm gonna put a little bit around my nose, but not a lot. My nose is very small, it can easily get lost in a lot of things, so we're just gonna put a few here to kind of get the idea that it's furry. We're gonna do a lot more with the nose later on, so we're not gonna do too much. We're just gonna be like a little bit like that. But what we really want to focus is now is the neck, honey. So we're gonna start pulling the fur back and pulling it forward the same way on our neck and shoulders as well. Maybe this will help. Ugh. I'm going to turn to the side so hopefully you guys can see it a little bit better. Again, you don't have to be super precise. This is like the same technique you would use with like the paints and stuff if you wanted to, and they'd probably be like sharper lines. But you can still get like the impressionist version of it with eyeshadows. And with this brush specifically, I wouldn't recommend using other types of brushes just because like a fluffy brush, it will spread the pigment out and kind of blend it. And a flat brush is kind of not a flat brush, you know, the one I tend to use, it's like still fluffy, but it's just a flatter edge. That one will also be more of a blending one. You want one that's got like a sharp point like this so you can get the actual lines in there. Okay, so we're starting to get there. Can you see the vision? Oh, you don't want to see all the vision. Let's try to go into our hairline. Good thing about bangs is like a lot of this will be covered up, but see how it still kind of looks kind of cool even without the bangs? Okay. So now that we have that, we're going to go in and do the exact same thing, except this time we're going to be using this darker brown here, which is cookie call in this one. So you want to take the darkest brown you have and do the same thing and just layer over it. Just be careful not to blend things in too much, but this is just to create another layer because right now I'm looking pretty orange like a tabby cat. So we're going to go in. I'm going to take this brown. Bam, see? My wig's going to kill. Like my wig is like begging me to stop with these bangs. We're going to be using a lot of this color in like other aspects of the makeup too, not just like the contouring part. So just make sure you have a lot, I guess. And do a couple on the nose. Again, not too much, because other stuff's going to be going on here. And like I said, this makeup's okay. Like if you want to be messy, it's totally fine to be messy as well. I'm just going in and doing the bottom of my neck because I realized I kind of missed that last time with the other browns. So I'm really going to give myself like a neck beard. But it's going to be a cute neck beard. So I just kind of brought these lines a little bit forward more, a little bit more in, so you can really tell that like this is happening. That's just a creative choice I'm making. I'm kind of Bob Rossing it at the moment. I'm just like putting little happy little lines wherever I feel like they should go. So again, I'm just double checking with this like sweater and hair of what it looks like. Again, it's still like a little too like organized for me, so I'm gonna go in later with like eyeliner and use that as like the final black. But I don't want to bring eyeliner in to the very end. Instead, hang on, let me do one more thing before moving on to the eyes and eyebrows. So next we are going to, let me get this out of the way. We're going to put that brown, and we're going to put it on the tip of our nose as well to make it a little bit more like canine. I will be going over this in black eyeliner as well, but I thought like the brown would give it a nice gradient, you know? So now what we're gonna do the eyes. Like I said, I already kind of have a little bit of eye makeup on, but I'm just gonna do like a smoky eye and some tricks with my eyeliner, and then to make it look a little bit more like zhoosh, you know what I mean? So let me find the brushes I need. I'm gonna try to use these for now. I might dip into my other ones. They're still kind of stained green a little bit, or green and purple from the last Ursula makeup I did. I know I keep referencing that, but if you want to check out that video, it's right up on my channel. It's the last video I did, and I'm sure I'll put in a timestamp here, or it'll be in a part of the Halloween makeup playlist or whatever. But I'm just gonna go in with the first brown we used, which is that like this kind of brown. And oh, actually no, hang on, let me wipe that off. The one thing I want to do first is go in with a yellow. I saw this on somebody else who did it. I'm going to use this like mustardy yellow. I have that one, and then I have this one, which is pretty much the same thing, but it's a little bit lighter. So I might just swirl those two, as long as you have like a mustardy yellow, and I'm just going to go in and put that all over the eye and just cover up everything I did. If you have a barefaced eye, this will probably be better. But we're just going to go in and, again, use what we have today. And we're also going to put it underneath here. We're going to smudge this out. And now we're going to do the same on the other eye. I'm very quick at this. I'm just literally putting pigment down and like swirling it with this fluffy brush here. And we're just going to put it all over the lid. But if you need more time to do this, take more time to do this. It's fine. I just think this color is a good, like, neutral base color, and it kind of blends in with the browns we're already doing. Because at first I was like, this is way too much, like, actual skin showing, but hopefully with, like, the way the eye makeup's gonna go, I'm not gonna put blush on until I see how the eyes look, and if I feel like adding more color to, like, this part of the face, I will. That's the thing about makeup. You just have to kind of, like, make little adjustments here and there. Like right now, I'm going in. Normally, I don't put any pigment here because it really closes my eyes in. But I'm kind of going in and taking it down on the nose. And this is just kind of prepping it for like other stuff I'm going to do later. But see how that's already helping with like how animalistic this looks supposed to look? See? Wow. It's a pretty color. Like, I like yellow. I just think it's like a hard eyeshadow color to wear, so I don't wear it very often. I feel like it makes me look kind of sickly if I don't have like a lot of bronzer on, just with my skin tone. But clearly for this, I got a lot of brown on, so we're good. Okay, now I'm going to go into that brown. And it might not be strong enough, but I'm going to go in the brown and just kind of like, not go all the way up to the lid, but kind of put it in the crease, like right here. And it looks like it's kind of showing up, but not really. You see that? Yeah, there's a little bit of difference. So my thing is too, even if you do something that you don't necessarily like, you can take it off, or I would just make sure you do it to both sides so that your eyes are even. So say I didn't even like this brown, I would still put it on my other eye just so the both eyes are even. And like if I do a different blending step or whatever, at least they're like the same, because if I didn't put the brown in, they would look different, if that makes sense. So I'm just putting it on my crease like this, trying to give it more shape. I would follow your natural eye shape for this. Mine, I have hooded eyes, so it's a little bit different. But I really emphasize the outer edge of my crease to make my eyes look a little bit bigger. You can tell? Okay, so now that that's on there, we're going to go in with the darker brown and just, again, we're getting closer and closer to just the lid, right? So I'm using the same exact browns I used for my contour. I used that really first brown. I used the yellow first, and then I used the first brown we used for contouring. Now this is the first brown that was used for these little chicken scratches here. And we're going to put it on the eye like this. And I'm just patting this on because I want the pigment to stay on the eyelid. Okay, so now that we're here, we're going to take our final step and use that really, really dark brown. I don't have a true black in my makeup. If you want to use true black for this, like, please do go ahead. It will look fantastic. But I do not have a true black with me right now. So I switched over from that fluffy brush to this kind of flattish one that's still kind of fluffy. And I'm going to use the darkest brown I have, which is like basically they're the same thing. So the darkest brown I have is this brown that I use for my chicken scratches, but it also comes in this little palette. And my little palette is a little bit easier to hold, so I'm just going to use this one. And I'm just going to place it on the lid. Just be careful because fallout can happen. And if that happens, just have a clean, fluffy brush on hand to just kind of like swipe that away. I'm just going to wing it out a little bit too. So I'm extending my lid a little bit and making like this little triangle like that. And I'm, again, just tapping it in. Just tap, 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 tap it in. Happy Gilmore, we're tapping it in. And we're going to take it down a little bit into this lower eyelash area. This is what I do for my normal makeup. This is exactly what I do for my normal makeup, minus like the extreme yellow that's going on. Cool, cool, cool. Okay, so we're not done yet. We're going to add a ton of eyeliner on here, but even before we do that, the one thing we have to really focus on is the brows, okay? If we're going to be a hairy beast, we got to be a hairy beast, okay? We can't have this cute little natural looking eyebrow. So what I'm going to do is actually, hang on. Some of y'all might use brow gel. I don't really like doing my brows, so I don't use brow gel. But I'm just going to brush my brows up a little bit upward. Like, you know what I mean? Make them scraggly. If you have brow gel, it's probably even better so that they stay scraggly. But we want to really emphasize them even beyond that, okay? Because we're committing, right? We got bit. This is our new lifestyle now. So we're going to I'm going to start off with this sort of brush. So this brush is normally done for like really precise angles. You can use this one for this if you want. I'm just too lazy, so I did not. And we have a lot of surface area to cover, so this would take forever. But we're going to use this for brows, and we're going to dip it into that super dark brown we used before, right? And we are just going to really emphasize the brow, right? Look, wow, who is she? Okay, we've never done this before. I really hate this because I'm someone who really likes having my little small brows. But we're going to really take it there, okay? So we're just going up, following the natural shape of our brow, but just acting like we're a little extra fluffy, okay? And we're just going to do this. This, you're like, oh, wait, what if that blends into this? It might, but that's okay. We're going to really use eyeliner to define our eyebrows a little bit more. We're going to make them scraggly. We're going to make them cute. But see how that already changes so much about the look? Bam. And let's also just darken the eyebrow a little bit, like while we're here anyway. So we're just going to put that into the eyebrow, kind of going with those upward strokes again. Not lateral, but strokes. We can even go like underneath a little bit. See that? So it's not like... There we go. Yes, ma'am. So let's do that to the other side. Just to make it a little bit more believable, we're just spreading that brown pigment into the hair. And giving it a little bit of some understrokes every now and then. Again, even if I don't think that's the best choice, I'm going to do it a little bit just so it's like even. Whew, we're getting really fuzzy in here. Okay. And even if you want to take it in a little bit, like give yourself like a unibrow. Who knows? We're going to take it in a little bit. Oh my God, we love it. Okay. Okay, so now here comes the brown eyeliner. So we're going to, not brown eyeliner, the black eyeliner, excuse me. This look is going to be really pulled together with eyeliner. Let me just get my hair out of the way so you're not distracted by all that. We're going to use this in a couple key places. First of all, we're going to do a wing on the eye. And we're also going to do bottom eyeliner. Now, this is something I normally do not do ever. So if it's a little sloppy at first, please don't mind me. We're going to put the eyeliner here before we put it anywhere else so I can get a read on like how it's looking and how it's feeling. So what we're going to do also, I'm prefacing that like I already have mascara on from earlier, but I might do an extra coat again just to really like lift this up. Or I might put falsies on depending on how I'm feeling. See how we're feeling with that? Very pretty. And it's okay to do this but still be glam. Like even though I look kind of silly, I still feel like this is glam. You know what I mean? Even if we have a full beard, like, this is glam. And now we're going to do something that kind of scares me. So please be patient with me. I might mess this up. If I do, I'm so sorry. But we're going to do like eyeliner under the eye. Kind of like this. We're going to bring it to the nose. And bring it out. See? Can you kind of tell what I did? I don't know the best way to show you. But then we're going to make that connect to the wing we already have up top. And you can easily bring this down as well into the tear duct. See, this makes it a little bit like more furry, I guess. I didn't say furry. Don't listen to me. Okay, so we have that. We're going to do the exact same thing on the other side. This kind of brings out the eye to make it more like cat-like. And what I'm going to do here is actually put like a little bit of white eyeshadow or highlight right underneath here as well. So first step, let's get the eyeliner on. And then second step, I'll show you how to do that. Okay, so we have our big wing again. And now we're just going to go underneath. Okay, this one's tripping me up a little bit. Just go with like the natural shape of your eye. So if I squint, I have under eye bags. Put them on your under eye bags. You know what I mean? Okay, so this one got a little effed up, so I made it a little bit bigger. So let me just do that to the other side. But even if you go into the nose, it only emphasizes like looking more like a wolf. So we like that. So we have this. Okay, let me chill because I keep bringing in closer and closer my nose. So what I'm going to do now, actually, while this is drying, is just put eyeliner underneath my nose to match the black in my eyes. And I'm just kind of going where I put the brown. And tracing that with a black eyeliner, just so it gives it a little bit more like, oh, that's a wet dog nose. So now what we're going to do, I'm going to put a little bit of the eyeliner in the actual brow hairs. Or eyebrow hairs. Just kind of like give it a little extra dimension. I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. Okay, so now we're going to put the white in the crevice. I'm going to use the flat brush I've been using, but I'm just going to wipe off all the brown from it real quick on my leg. If you want, you could do the eyes first. That's probably a better choice, but, you know, I tend to do things out of order. I've also seen people use white, like, eyeliner to do this, which you totally can do, but I've done the shadows. See, that just makes my eyes a little bit bigger. Let me see if I need a little bit. I might put a little bit more mascara on, see if that helps. If that doesn't help, I'm going to put falsies on to really put the look together. I mean, I think it's good. If you want to put falsies on, you can. I don't really wear a lot of falsies, so I'm not going to. But now we're going to take the eyeliner and kind of put this a little bit into the first strokes. Just, again, add a little bit more dimension to it. You don't need a lot. Just, like, kind of go in there. See? It's a little bit of the same thing. This is a lot easier because, again, it's like a pen. So we're just going to go in. If you want to push it closer to the mouth, you can too. Let's push this up and put it into our hairline a little bit. Again, nothing too crazy. See, even if you didn't have bangs, this would still be like really cute. I think it emphasizes the wolfiness of it more if there's no bangs involved. And again, because I highlighted before I put all this stuff on, you still see like my little glow right there without me having to cover up the fur or anything like that. If you want, I can cover. I think you should cover your ears. I'm going to cover my ears real quick too now that I'm thinking about it. And again, in terms of like clothing and stuff, like literally just all you have to do is like wear a lot of browns. You could wear like a fur coat. That might be kind of funny. Or if you could do like, what is it? Like that teenage werewolf movie or whatever, just wear like teenage clothes, I guess. Or Werewolf in London, you can wear like British clothes. I don't know. Okay, so now we're going to do the lips. I think that's what's throwing me off is because there's no lipstick on. And I've been going back and forth on how I want to do this. I don't know if I want to do all nude or like all dark or like top dark, bottom nude, kind of like Shigo. I've seen it done a lot of different ways because, again, I'm not the first person to come up with this idea at all. But let me just kind of see how I'm leaning towards top and bottom type stitch. Let me not use that lipstick. So this one's like a dark, but it's like blue based almost. See how it's more purpley? I don't really want that. I want like a true brown. So I might use this like the Animal Crossing lip tints. They're not going to be very pigmented. But again, like if I want, I could take the lip off and put eyeliner on the top. I just want to see how this looks first before committing to like full eyeliner. I don't know if that's dark enough. Yeah, it's not dark enough. I might put the more purpley one on and just say F it, even though it's a cool tone, because this lip tint is too neutral, I think. See how it's too purple though? I'm trying my best not to like smush my lips together at all, because you can wear two-tone lips. You just can't rub your mouth together. So you have to be very like conscious of how you pronounce your words, and you might get a little bit more SC over time, you know? Screw it, I'm gonna do black. This would probably be a lot easier if you had like actual black lipstick. I might put a little bit more blush right here. It's a risky move, so tread lightly. That has purple on it, shit. We're gonna take this like, I feel like an orangey blush. Oh yeah, see, that's helping. And we're just tapping, because tapping is always the right move. This is in the same, in case you're wondering, this is in the same palette. It's just this one. I'm actually going to put a little bit on my chin too. Oh yeah, this is a lot cuter. This is what I was missing, honestly. I feel a little bit like Scar in The Lion King, but hey. Okay, I'm going to cover my ears now just in that brown. You might not be showing your ears, but just in case. Again, I'm just putting some lines on my ears to kind of blend them into the look a little bit. Again, this doesn't have to be perfect. It's just like about the illusion, right? About if it looks hairy or not. And then maybe a little bit of the eyeliner too. I've also decided to just put some false eyelashes on for the sake of it, or like, let me just kind of see what it would look like. Because, I mean, it looks great. Like, don't get me wrong. This looks great, but just see hypothetically. Oh, yeah, that would take it to the next level. We're putting a little bit on. Again, this is like 9 o'clock at night for me. I'm not going to go out. Basically, we're just going to stay in and binge watch, what was it called? Midnight Mass. Douglas and I started watching it, and we're like 2 episodes in, and it's so good. I think it's the same people who do like A Haunting of Hill House. We really liked the first season of that show, or like I don't know if it's the first season or like the first one, but then the second one where they were like at the wedding, it wasn't really our favorite. I just think it didn't live up to like the spectacularness that was the first project or show or season or whatever it is. But that, again, that's just my opinion. If you want a tutorial about how to put false eyelashes on, I'm not your girl. I struggle with this still. I always get them, they're too big for my face, and I never bother to cut them, and then I just end up being uncomfortable the whole time. So if I can wear a makeup that doesn't require false eyelashes, I will, but I just feel like this one, like with the amount of hair and fluff we have, we need a fluffy lash. I see I'm getting glue on the actual eyelash. Oh shit. Okay, that's the final look. Oh my god, we're done. Sorry, that took so much longer than I thought it would, but okay, so here's the final look. Here's all the makeup in its entirety, right? Let me get in for you. Look at all those X's. Again, if you're gonna wear like sexy, you should carry this to the shoulder. But look how cool that looks. Again, X's kind of messy. Carrying it all the way to the shoulder though. And like, again, I try to do browns that like match this hair. So let me pull the hair forward. I'm gonna take this off. Just so you guys get the whole like wolf girl fantasy. But yeah, just imagine like if it kept going. Oh my god. Again, this is like fairly easy, I think. I don't know. If you want to, you can add like little spots and stuff. Like, I don't know if dogs have that. I know the cat makeup people have that. I'm just really proud. This looks great. Yeah, just be warned, if you smack your lips together, the black's not what comes off. It's the that cream colored lipstick gets on the darker one in this case. I just dabbed that off. But yeah, I really hope you enjoyed this makeup tutorial. It was so much fun for me. This is like just so therapeutic to just sit and like play with makeup, and especially during Halloween time, because you could do all sorts of crazy stuff. Um, if you like this video, please let me know. Please like it, comment down below, share it with a friend who might be interested in this, and subscribe to this channel. Please, please, please. It would mean the world to me. It really supports like what I'm doing in terms of like my hobbies and stuff, and it encourages me to make more content like this. So if you want to see more makeup, please let me know. Please let me know what looks you want to do. Like I said, someone requested zombie, and I will do zombie makeup eventually. I just need more greens. So I went with what I have, which is brown. But yeah, until next time, thanks. Bye.